So after roughly 10 months of trying to become an artist, I came to the point like, wow, I'm so excited because I decided like fully like claim it like, okay, I am an artist. And it doesn't matter if, okay, it's not about success, like financial success, or if I'm already in galleries or I have collectors or something. It's the feeling like, okay, now I believe I can do that. And even without the external proof that people actually will buy my art or something, it's about the internal feeling like, wow, I love my creativity, I love to express that. And it's so important. It completely changed like quality of my life, my fulfillment, and just like satisfaction with my life. So today, if you are also in a point when you are thinking about it, or at least you would love to be more creative, but so I would like to share a little bit of my journey to this point, because it like I shared that it started at the beginning of this year, but no, actually this journey started 15 years ago, when where is the book? And maybe even more years ago, but this is what I remember. I got this book while I was in Florence. It was in 2011, but I can remember that I tried, after quite serious burnout in 2010. I try to like put my life together again and find out like what is my passion, what I'm excited about, and I struggle to find something what I'm passionate about and what so uh, the only things I remember that I loved as a child was I loved reading books and drawing or painting. And I started to think about like, oh, but how I can monetize this or something. So it was like art definitely was not on my list, like what I could do as a career, but at least I just wanted to bring back my creativity and just start to paint a little bit for just out of joy. And this was starting to drawing on the right side of the brain was very encouraging, because it felt like, oh, I can draw, look at this. So it was, I had some period when I started to like visit one artist who offered lessons for drawing on the right side of the brain. And so I had a period when I tried to bring back my creativity and painted a little bit. I can share about that later, like more of that, because it was very interesting and unexpected what I experienced. But then came the period of my life when my husband burned out, and so I had to, or I just wanted to, like sustain, like just take care of our company. We just built the company together. Then I wanted to do my things while he was still running that, but after he had burned out, so I just did the job instead of him, and then I like burned out completely, and it was like I was no, it just seriously, it took like 10 years of my life, and it was just 1 year, but I felt like it drained my energy completely. So I started to build my life again in 2015, and it was again like, oh, I would love to paint more. And then what was stopping me was, like, of course I don't have time. That was not true, but uh, what was stopping me even more was my perfectionism. Like, I just didn't like what I had too big, too ambitious expectations, and it was like, oh, I just didn't like it. So every next painting was like, I spent a lot of time by like choosing what I'm going to paint, and it was always, I just put too much pressure on the result, and I was just overthinking everything, like, okay, so what I'm going to paint, okay, so I need a painting here and it should look like something like this. So I was trying to find the specific picture. It was not so easy, and then I just wasted all the time I had for painting. I just wasted that in searching for some perfect, image I can, and then it always looked like, oh, but I just need too much time, like together, like 2 or 3 hours, and I felt like I never had so much time together. It was like, half an hour here and another hour there, and it just, yeah. So I really, I struggled, and years and years it was like this. I painted here and there something, and I was excited about it, and then again nothing. And only, I believe it was 3 years ago, maybe, when I was in Florence, and I randomly um got into an art studio where the artist offered like 1 day painting class. And I was like, okay, I'm on a vacation, why not have fun and do this 1 day painting class? And it was so satisfying, and it was so much fun, and I felt so good about my painting because he was there to help me when I got stuck. He helped me with everything, with choosing a picture, or actually I chose just one his paintings, and I just tried to kind of copy that, and he helped me to get unstuck when I just struggled with colors, or anything. So I realized, like, wow, this is perfect, I just love it. So we made an agreement with him, like, okay, I will send him my paintings after I will turn home, and I will start to paint at home. And I will say, and it didn't happen. So then I visited Florence again, and so again I was so excited about it, and again I promised to paint at home, and again I just didn't, because, but I was moving slowly, because after the second visit I painted a few small pictures. I didn't like them because I missed the help. So I got discouraged again. But then I visited the art studio again, and with every visit I got like encouraged more and more, until it was in the last year, it was, I think, some exhibition in our small village, and my friend like saw my paintings on Facebook, because of course I posted my paintings from Florence on Facebook. So I like was able to give 2 or 3 of my paintings to at the exhibition, and it was exciting. And then I just met other artists on the opening of the exhibition, so I started to connect more with people who actually create art regularly. So yeah, so I started to do that more, and at the beginning of this year I decided, and it was, again, it was fun story how I got to this decision. I will show that later. But I decided, okay, let's just give it a try and let's focus on like improving my painting skill. And I stated that like I want to become an artist, but I was not sure what does it mean. I was not sure if I will be able to stay consistent with painting, and if, yeah, I was not sure. I didn't know what to expect. I just decided, okay, let's just focus on that. And after 10 months in, I love it. I overcame so many obstacles and blocks, and my perfectionism and everything. So now I love the process of creating, and now I can see myself as an artist. I can see myself selling my paintings. I can see myself even like doing or having an exhibition somewhere, maybe in some small city or just something, but I can see myself like an artist. So yeah, but it was a long journey, and I had to overcome a lot of obstacles, but it is possible. And please let me know if this is you, if you also try to just overcome the resistance, or you just feel, the desire, this small voice of your intuition, like, let's paint, let's create something, and there is the resistance, or there is like, it looks like, at first you have to do the work or something, and because I struggled even with this, there were so many limiting beliefs. I had just to, see them and just let them go one by one, and just change my perspective on everything, basically everything in my, not only in my painting, but those limiting beliefs, it's just that I realize them show up while I try to like paint, but they showed up in all my life, and I was just not aware of that, and this was blocking me in living my fullest potential. So now, yeah, I was journaling, and I got so excited about like, okay, let's just stop hiding and let's just go for my big dreams, like biggest dream I can ever imagine. so so yeah, here I am, and I'm going to share my journey. So please let me know what are your obstacles, or what was your way if you already overcame that. So please share your tips. What did you do for overcoming the resistance, so we can support each other, learn from each other, and support each other on this beautiful, exciting, creative journey. So yeah, this was what I wanted to share today, and I'm going to finish this one, and I'm looking for your comments. See you by the next video. Bye!